Hi and welcome to the AFTV pre-match build-up show with myself, Cecil Jee, and my guy, James B. And we'll be talking ahead of today's game against Leeds. I've been reading the comments. There's a lot of, I can see, you know when Spurs have won. You know when they're in good spirits, because they seem to be all in the comments, all the Spurs fans. So, yeah, boo, get out of here, man. But we're going to start as well. I want to know where you guys are watching from and listening from right now. We've got the map of the kickoff times across the world. So let us know in the comments. Where are you watching from? I want to see, because obviously Troops, I think it's about 9:30 in New York right now, so it's early for it. He probably won't be awake, but he'll be watching probably around about 11:30. So
to be fair, respect to anyone in Sydney as well who's staying up till 3:30. Like that's impressive.
We've got any Sydney fans up right now? Let us know in the comments. Would love to know. I've seen Ireland. People who are in Ireland. Yeah, I mean, Ireland's not different to our time, but it's Jamaica. Cheers! But Jamaica's, where's it even? Oh, we haven't got that on here. It's around Mexico City time though, so it's early. Big up. I'm just gonna go straight into for the first little clip. We've got some fans talking ahead of this week's game against Leeds. So take a look, check it out.
I think we could win 2-1. That's my prediction. I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet because it all depends on the back line he goes with. I want to see David Luiz partner Gabriel and Tierney move out onto the left, because that's probably our best back line. I don't want to see no five at the back formations. It's just a negative formation. Fair enough playing it against the top teams, but you're just setting up to play negatively, especially the way Arteta plays with his back five. He's trying to outsmart everyone, which for me he needs to change up a bit because it's not working. And if he wants to carry on with the process we're going down, well, he's got to be picking the right players.
I would like to see a front three of Saka on the left, Aubameyang down the middle, please, and Pepe on the right.
And I'm really excited to see Thomas Partey now after this international break. I know he didn't go to Ghana. I think we've seen Gabriel, we've seen what he can bring to the Arsenal. Love him, by the way. We've seen Willian, not very impressed with Willian, but we haven't really seen Thomas Partey over a period of games. And I think now, after this international break, will be the time to just see him play over a series of games and see what he can bring to the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners!
So you've heard what the fans have to say. Now I need that energy from, well, everyone here today, because that guy, the last guy, says, "Come on, you Gunners!" I need that positivity today, because if we lose, the meltdowns that are going to happen. Oh, I don't even want to think about it. Do you know what? Yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare if we lose. Honestly, I don't even want to. Let's not talk about it. Let's go to a time where when we played Leeds in the FA Cup in 2012, and the hero, the god. This is a time where I actually dropped real man tears. I'm going to be honest, I don't care, I can say it on camera. I actually cried. Pierre-Emerick, he made his return in 2012, coming off the bench for Shamak, and yeah, he scored the winner. And honestly, there's nothing better, there's not a better footballing moment. I want you guys to let me know a better footballing moment than that, because honestly, like I said, I cried real man tears.
For Arsenal fans, that was really emotional. Like, obviously, winning trophies is like the pinnacle of football. Like, those are the moments you remember. But then you have other little things in them. And Thierry Henry's moment, like, every year there's a trophy up for grabs. There's 4 of them, actually, or 3, or wherever you're in.
Yeah.
But moments that happen to Henry, they are really, like, they are kind of once a decade, whatever. Even that is quite frequent. Like, they don't happen often, if ever. Like, you know, the club's legend, the man with the statue at the Emirates, comes back and scores the winner in Henry fashion, like in the way he did best.
Opened up.
Goes to embrace Wenger. Like, it was. I remember that evening like really, really clearly. And it was special, man. I'm glad you touched on it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with today's game, but
I'm just trying to put myself in that mindset of, listen, Cecil, it's fine. It's going to be fine. But
it's still, you know, it's still a beautiful moment against this opposition.
Against the team that we're about to play.
We should remember it.
I was going to quickly touch on, thank you everyone for your comments. Keep them coming in. We've got Mr. F says Jamrock. He's watching from Bosnia. Tariq, Qatar, Ahmed.
Should we get the map back up?
Yep. In Poland, says Thomas Kumar, says 3:30. Norway from Benedict. Cape Town, India.
Cape Town. So 6:30 kickoff. That's a decent time.
Yeah,
you're
nice.
only 2 hours ahead. I always thought it'd be more, but yeah.
Yeah,
Cape Town's beautiful.
There's loads. Maryland, USA, India, Norway, guys, Nigeria, India. listen, international AFTV. Stay tuned. We've got so much coming for you today. Straight after this, we've got the starting 11, which I'm actually most excited to see because I don't want to get on Arteta's back, but I'm very intrigued to see what he goes with because that's going to really set the pace and set the tone for the game against Leeds. So Leeds and Villa, similarities. Here we go. James,
Well,
doing the stats.
do you know what? Leeds are a hard team to analyse, right? Because I'll be honest, I don't watch as much of them as I watch other teams in the leagues.
Yep.
Bielsa's obviously done an amazing job. In 2 seasons, got them promoted, nearly got them promoted that first year. Here they are. This was their formation against Palace, according to Opta anyway, which just tells you, I mean, look, in fairness, it might not have looked completely like this. I've also got the 11 we had against Villa. And the sort of things I wanted to point out in terms of, when I say similarities, I don't actually think Leeds and Villa are 2 teams you necessarily would compare that often, really. But where Villa had loads of success against us, and you know what, 2 weeks later it's easier to talk about it than it was. Do you remember that Monday after? It was just trying to do the stats review show with there like.
This is why everyone watching as well. If we lose today, expect meltdowns because it's the thing it's going to kill me.
Stop stirring it.
Sorry,
Stop hyping them up.
I don't care. I'm sorry. I can't. Remember, because we're here now, we have to obviously. If you guys know, we have to analyse all through the week. We do a show every day. So I can't keep revisiting pain.
No, I feel you. Look, where I am comparing Leeds and Villa here is the way Villa played us at the Emirates. They pressed, they were so intense. And one of the things we've done really well under Arteta is play out the back. We've always had options, whether, I mean, I'm just using the players here that we had against Villa, but they always drop in really good position. The width is held, like, we absolutely use the space. You think Holding will pick up, this would be nice if the menu button was out the way, but
pick up the ball there, yeah.
Always pick up, really like on the goal line basically.
Do you think that'll be wise against Leeds today, playing out from the back?
I think we need to use as much space as possible because if they're going to press us the way they normally do, we need to make them run more.
Okay.
So it's like if you're going to chase us, fine, but we need to keep you chasing.
Okay.
That is kind of, which is why I prefer this idea that Arteta's adopted of actually trying to keep the ball and pass out the back rather than lumping it forward and hoping you get in behind. More often than not, a team that's well drilled when they press, they're gonna win that first header, they're gonna win the second ball, and they're gonna come back at you. And we saw that stat about turnovers, 37 turnovers for Leeds this season. They do like to. That's the second most by Liverpool, as we did in our preview show. They like to win the ball back and then go at you quite quickly. So these players, I mean, I've just put El Neni in for. So I put Sabas in for Partey, but I don't know, it could be Xhaka, you don't know who. They're going to have to be really switched on. Lacazette's going to have to be able to come back and hold that ball up and roll it into our midfield as well, if we're going to beat that press, which Leeds do so relentlessly. Holding Gabriel or whoever starts, they're going to have to be confident. They're going to have to trust their players. Bellerin's going to have to hold the width. And Aubameyang and Willian, or Pepe, whoever it is, are going to have to find that balance between holding the width to provide an option, but also coming central so that, you know what, you can counter and you can get in behind. Because they will absolutely press us really high, Leeds. I mean, it's the signature of their game. It is what they do. They will, maybe their centre-backs might actually be a bit tighter, but they will absolutely try and suffocate you. And when Villa, this is why I'm comparing the two, when Villa were really good, they had the equivalent of Watkins, Grealish, Barkley, and I think it was Trezeguet, basically making this 4 here. It is almost a carbon copy of what we did to Man United. They just had a 4 barrier. And it was really hard to feed our midfielders, because if we can't feed our midfielders, you don't press out the back. You can't just play it between your centre-backs the whole time. And if you go long, is Lacazette going to hold it up?
No.
I mean, sometimes he can, but no, realistically, he's not going to do that.
Or running beyond, or running behind. If we get rid of it, is he going to be the one pressing it and chasing it down and then holding possession up there? Unfortunately, what we've seen so far, no. Ollie Watkins did it really well against us.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, that name there, Ollie Watkins, and I was going to highlight Bamford just now. This is where I'm also a little bit worried and where I see a second similarity in between, not the two teams again, but in the way this game might go as it did in the Villa game. Bamford is a real handful. He's a striker that will cause you different problems. And I know this is mad. A year ago, people were saying he was a joke striker. He was like one of those who got like ridiculed almost. But Bamford, he's doing well in the league at the moment. He's shown that he can adapt to this level. And he's one who can come short, but can also go in beyond, in behind, and cause you different problems. And I think what's really interesting about him is I wouldn't have normally worried about strikers of this kind of stature before.
Yeah.
But when I saw what Ollie Watkins did to Holding and Gabriel in the Villa game, the way he held up the ball, like you couldn't get close to him. Or if you did, like you couldn't get around him. He held the ball so well. Bamford might be fancying himself. And again,
100%.
we mentioned in our preview show, but these are just some of the similarities I wanted to pick out early doors because I just think, Leeds would be wise to look at what Villa did so well and almost try and recreate that a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I'm worried about Bamford. I know he's bigger than Watkins. I feel like he could cause problems. And he's also on form, in my opinion, Bamford. So someone to worry about. Please be aware, guys, this isn't the starting 11 that we predict or what we assume. This is the starting 11 back against Villa. There's a lot of players out that we're going to go through. But let's move. Unless you want to carry on talking about the similarity, James, or do you want to
that's pretty much it from me on that, really. But I do think it's going to be. I think it's be interesting how Leeds approach this.
It will be, and Arsenal. It'll be interesting to see how they turn up and set up. Now, we're going to move forward onto the big talking topic. We touched on it this morning. Comments and fans were going crazy. Yeah. Okay, it's definitely a talking topic we have to discuss because, of yesterday's game, Tottenham's win. We're going to discuss Arteta and Jose Mourinho. Okay, so we're gonna. I know James done a lot of number crunching to see who's better. Now, I want every fan and everyone watching to remember that this is Arteta's first full season as a manager. Mourinho's got a whole portfolio of clubs that he's been at. But we've really crunched the numbers down for this season and what's been going on. So take a look and we can prove that we have faith in our manager, Arteta.
Right, let's go into it. So before we bring up Jose Mourinho, I absolutely wanted to make a few points here about our start to the season. This has come from Opta. Thank you, Opta. Yeah. Basically comparing our starts, if you just have a look here at this table, our starts this season compared to previous other years. Now, what I find this really interesting is, if you look at the 2021 season, which we're in now, played 8 games, won 4, lost 4. That is not a great start. You can see we rank quite low here. In other seasons, even other seasons where we finished quite low, like the 1920 season last year, where we finished 8th, as you can see here.
Yeah.
We had a better start, so that's slightly concerning. But I think what I'm trying to tell people here is, I'm trying to basically prove it is way too early to start worrying about, or to start reading too much into what this season means for us, where we could end up. It's a weird season as it is because of no fans and pandemic football and all that.
Pandemic football.
Yeah, but I just wanted to give it a little bit of context. Now, look here at the two seasons that rank as worst starts to this one. We've got the 14-15 season and the 11-12 season. We finished third both times.
Okay.
Now, this is what I'm trying to point out here is, as I just said, and I'm repeating myself a bit, but it's way too early. We've had better starts and finished worse. You think we finished 5th in the 16-17 season with 75 points, but we started brilliantly. 6 wins, a draw, and a defeat. That's on par with the great Tottenham, who've apparently won the league already.
Jesus, biting! It's true. No, you're true.
I'm serious though.
The fans are going on like they've won the league. You're very right.
13-14 season, everyone knew that we couldn't do it away from home against the big teams that year. Yeah. We finished 4th. We then finished 5th in 18-19 as well. This is Emery's first season. 6 wins and 2 defeats. Look at that, we finished 5th.
Yes,
it is way too early to start getting hung up on all these things. And I pointed them out here where I've just highlighted them a little bit better. The reds are where we finished outside the top 4, and the greens are where we did finish in it. Look how many times we didn't finish in the top 4. 6th, 8th, 5th and 5th, but we've had a better start than this season. Some people are looking at that going, well, that doesn't bode well for now, does it? But I'm saying, but then look at what we've done, with worse starts as well. It is way too early, guys. Don't read into this too much. Arteta's had to play United, Liverpool and City away, plus Leicester at home. Villa, we know, aren't a bad team. They'll be around mid-table. It's not been an easy start. And we've got some difficult games to come as well. So, yes, we do need to get those wins on the board, but let's not overreact.
This is a great stat, by the way. I think a lot of the fans watching it, I know there's a lot of Tottenham fans in here, don't get carried away. Like we said, it's very early, and it just goes to show, it's far too early for us to worry right now, and a lot of the season gets played obviously in the second half of in the new year when it gets important and the numbers really start to crunch. I'm shocked by this as well. I think this is great stats. Like, we've had worse starts and ended up 3rd, and this season is so unpredictable. Like, you never know. We could be fighting again.
We just need to relax. We just need to relax. And I know we've all got a little bit hung up about the Villa result. The Villa result was appalling. The performance was awful, but that does not mean there's not enough time to turn this around. When Arteta came into the club, I remember feeling a bit sorry for him because I thought, well, what can he really do? Even if we go on a great run, like other teams look good. At that time, Leicester looked good, Chelsea looked good for it. He didn't know what Tottenham were going to do under Mourinho. And I thought it looked harder, but there is definitely a way in for us here. And on that, mentioning Arteta, should we chat about him?
Yeah, let's go into it.
So this is his current league record. He's played 28 games in the league. He's won 13. He's drawn 6. He's lost 9. Is that equivalent?
Equates.
That's equivalent. Yeah, equates. That's the word. Thank you.
No worries.
That equates to 45 points. I'm looking at that. I'm going. It's not amazing.
Yeah, but it's not terrible.
But it's not like. I mean, we're winning more than we're drawing or losing. Now, I know Arsenal fans are thinking, really? Are we getting that gas that we're winning more than we're drawing and losing? Well, yeah, kind of, because think how bad it got under Emery, where we went, how many games? Was it 2 months without a win? Like, it was an unbelievable run. So, this, yeah, there's nothing amazing about it, but it's just interesting to look at. But then I've done a little bit of projecting here. So, if he continues at this rate, the rate that we are in the league at the moment, we will get 62 points. Or it'll equate to, I need to get that word right. It will equate to 62 points. Now that finished 5th where Leicester were in last season's 1920 Premier League season. So, what was that? 4 points off top. I mean, Leicester were 1 win away from getting into the top 4 if they beat Man United. So, I'm looking at it and thinking, well, okay, so Arteta's first 38 games in charge are the same as Brendan Rodgers has also been praised for the job he's done at Leicester, are the same as his first full season. So remember he had half a year with the group before. So his first full season, appreciated injuries and other things, but let's not act like Arteta's had it easy the last few years.
How many players we've got out today? Like, come on, let's be real.
He's not had it easy the last year. So I thought that was quite interesting.
That is.
I then looked at this. Sorry, should we go back to that actually before I go into this? But I mean, when you look at that, that's quite.
Yeah, that's our projected end results. I wouldn't be angry at that. If I expect us to win the Europa League, I know it's a big ask, but a Europa League and that, I wouldn't be angry.
For a first season, it's not like, again, I'm not saying this is good. I'm not trying to sort of like be really happy and look at this, look how actually our records.
It is a process as well. It's still early, like for Arteta.
Absolutely. So now the stat that I just sort of hinted at, here it is. So of Arteta's 42 games in charge, 15 have come against last season's top 5. Blimey. 36%. So that's 42 games in all competitions. Now, what I want to ask you here is, how can you expect a manager
Tell them.
I'm looking at the camera.
Talk to them, James.
How can you expect a manager to try and build an attacking team that's going to play free-flowing, attacking football, all out, guns blazing, creating chance after chance, leaving yourselves a bit exposed at the back or whatnot, when over 1/3 of your games, 1 every 3 games, is coming up against a team that you've got to have serious defensive consciousness when you're playing against them. I just and do you know what? Like, I am also upset by the lack of creativity and the lack of fluidity in our play and everything.
I'm sure we all are.
But when you look at that, it's like, Arteta's got to get results, man. Like, he can't just go, yeah, do you know what? Let's just attack, whatever. Let's just have a go. Because yes, there's certain games where we need to do that, and yes, there's probably certain games where he has instructed the team to do that. But the team aren't going to execute that properly when every 3 games it's we've got City. Oh, well, it's Liverpool now. And
we're not taken away from the fact that he did strengthen our centre backs and our defence. So it's not like he's come in and done nothing and just gone by each game. We've definitely got a better defence. We've worked from the back. There is creative problems. We understand that. We're fully aware,
and we know he didn't get the creative personnel he wanted this summer, and we know that they're still looking at it for January next summer. So I think what I'm just trying to point out here, I've got a little bit more to go into. We're going to go into the great Jose Mourinho now, but I'm just looking at that and I'm just thinking, do you know, like these stats, this one here and this other one, I think just like it just puts things into perspective. Like,
tell them.
Let's let's just relax, guys. I just think we've all been guilty of it. We've all got a little bit too caught up in the moment and stuff.
I've been there.
But when you break it down, I just think these numbers just tell you, this and this one here, especially how many times we play against the top 5, just tells you like, let's relax. Like, Arteta's having to get results instantly, and he's done that while winning an FA Cup and a Community Shield. So no one can say he's not delivered or that he's not delivering. Like, he had to get results for these big games, and he did. And I don't know, like, what's your take on that? We'll take a few comments because then I want to talk about Jose Mourinho in a second.
I want to pass Listen, I'm gonna go to the comments. I see you guys going crazy. We're gonna give you a message from DT. He wanted to say us to mention rats. I don't know what this is about. I think and I can see it in the comments as well. But where are the rats? DT's downstairs currently. He wants us to let you know. You know who you are when it comes to rats. Okay. Yeah, because
I think he said if you don't support the club and you want them to lose just to prove a point out about Arteta, then you're a rat apparently. Yeah, that's his words. I'm not saying anything. But
I'm not. Listen, I'm not.
But I agree with the idea that you shouldn't be wanting Arsenal to lose to prove a point.
A lot of the people in the comments right now. I mean, I don't think they're Arsenal fans. If I'm completely honest, not all of them, but I think a large majority are Tottenham fans. Just trying to have banter with the rest of the fans. But some people saying Arteta out. Some people are saying, Josh Hunter says, I want Ainsley Maitland-Niles to start.
Yeah, interesting call.
It's not a bad shout. I want people to get in. Pepe in the 10 position, says Liam, which I've spoken about and hope to see.
I keep hearing this Pepe in the 10.
Pepe or Willian.
No, Willian I'm all for. I agree, yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to... Everyone keep commenting because it's just going off. I can't even keep up right now. Can see Mustafi in the starting 11, Cecil and James. Could you see him in the starting 11?
Yeah, maybe.
Today?
There's like 3 others I'd rather see instead. That's not. I'm not having a dig at Mustafi. I just think I'd rather see Holding, Gabriel, or Saliba.
Yeah.
Or Luis. That's 4. That's 4 I mentioned. I'd rather see over Mustafi, but Mustafi, I've defended him quite a lot. I mean, yeah, maybe we could see it. But
let's see. Right, let's move on. Make sure you guys also get your start bringing in your 11s because we're going to start to build them soon. Let's move on to.
So, there was a bit controversial this morning where we were chatting about whether we should have got Mourinho instead of Arteta. Now, in fairness, the two of us were fully like, nah. No. I'm happy with Arteta, and I believe long term this is the right thing for us. And I'm not convinced by. I'm just not convinced. I don't think Jose would have been right for us personally, from a footballing perspective, but also we know the personality and everything and the history of Wenger and all that. So no. But I wanted to bring up I just wanted to compare him and Arteta slightly on basically their first 28 games in management at Arsenal and Tottenham. And the thing was that people are going on about Jose now because, Spurs top of the league. We hate to say it, but they are. They had a good result yesterday against City. But I want to bring this up. This is Mourinho's first 28 for Spurs in the league versus Arteta's first 28. There's 3 points in it. 1 win and 1 draw difference. To 1 game. Basically, 1 game has gone Mourinho's way and not Arteta's way.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this and I'm going, there's nothing in that.
Exactly.
There's nothing in that.
Exactly. So relax your backsides.
People need to remember that. While we hate to say it, like, Kane's a top quality striker. Like, they've got him and they've got players who have come at the end of a process that they had with Pochettino. Yep. We're at the start of a brand new one. And Mourinho's first 28 to Arteta's first 28, there is hardly anything in it. And I'm just sitting there thinking, why are we getting so caught up in this, like, this Mourinho thing? Like, we didn't want him. I don't think he was right for us. No. And the stats prove that Arteta's really not doing much worse. I just wanted to put that to you. Like, you've not seen this yet.
No, I haven't.
When I saw this, I thought,
this is
that's quite mad, actually. Like, what are we going so crazy about?
It's just, I can't even put it into words. I'm just, because I know as well, there's probably fans out there, I'm aware of them, that wanted Mourinho over Arteta. And I'm just so against it. There's no way I feel like Mourinho could have fit our club at all. His arrogance, the way he manages players, it's all about him. I just don't see it. Okay, you can say tactically, well, he's at top of the Premier League now, but again, it's a long season. It's the beginning. Like, everyone relax. Slow yourselves, calm down. Forget it, okay? Just ease up now.
I'm seeing a lot of people on social media say, I can't believe we didn't get Mourinho when he was available. How do we let this man go? There's another manager that we let slip through our fingers. Why do we get Arteta, this amateur? I'm like, relax. Like, well, if the difference between amateur and world-class manager is 3 points, then wow, okay, well, Arteta's not got a lot to do to pull that back. And I'm just looking at this, I'm thinking, let's just take it easy, because his first 20, I'm going to say it again, his first 28 are only 3 points only 3 points behind Mourinho, and his projected finish, or his projected sort of record over 38 games for the full season, is on par with Brendan Rodgers. Let's just relax.
Yeah,
Anyway.
AC Curry says, nice start, Arteta in. Joe Mills says, why is it only 28 games? Why not all the games? Come on, you Gunners.
Because this league, I'll actually answer because this is first. He's only had 28 Premier League games, so that's what we're comparing off.
Yeah, Daniel Earl says, stop begging it. Spurs are a better club with a better manager. Wow. Lewis P says, Jose never lost to Wenger. There's a lot of Jose Mourinho's fans in here as well.
I mean, not often, I give it to you, but he did actually lose to Wenger. A couple times in his latter years, by the way, which is the manager.
Tim Titus says, DT with his Sunday League mentality. What a shame. Oh, we've got a super chat as well.
Yep.
Thank you, TT Gaming. He says, Emery had the fans behind him during his tenure, which obviously gave the players a boost. The majority.
Emery?
Yeah, he says Emery. Yeah.
The fans were actually there.
Sorry.
Sorry,
I thought it was had their. No, okay, all right.
Yeah, so Emery had their fans behind him during his tenure, which obviously gave the players a boost, which is true. Obviously, we're in COVID times. The majority of Arteta's managerial experience has been without fans.
Right, I see what you're saying now. Okay, fine. Yeah. Which makes a difference. Like I'm not making excuses here, but we can see from the results and what a lot of big teams are doing right now that a lack of fans plays a part. Was yesterday's win Spurs' first home win this season? No, sorry, they beat Brighton.
They won.
But they dropped points to West Ham, Newcastle, and Everton at home in their first three. So what I'm saying is this year is weird. Like let's just accept it. It's weird.
Mr. F says Spurs have won nothing. Lol.
It's true.
At the end of the day,
it's true.
This is not a Spurs bashing live. Listen, we're gonna move off this topic soon, but it's the truth. Like guys, I told you, just relax. It's a long season.
This is all about. This is all about Mikel Arteta and just proving that things aren't as bad as they seem. That's all I'm saying. And you know what? If you're sitting there going, Rodgers would be the answer, or look at what Mourinho's doing, I'm just putting it out here. The numbers don't really suggest that. No. That's all I'm saying.
DT's in the chat. Mr. DT said, tell them again. He's in. DT's downstairs watching. Anyway, Steve, before we move on, Steve Grinham says, have faith in Arteta. Were you really expecting him to fix things overnight? ? Jose would not be right fit for Arsenal. Give Mikel 4 to 5 windows, and we'll see the plan come to fruition, basically. And do you know what? 100%. Let's get back to Leeds and Thank you, everyone. Keep commenting.
I just felt like after this morning's live, we had to. I had to give the other side. Well, to be fair, we defended Arteta the whole time, but I had to. I can't just sit here and go, no, I still believe in Arteta. When our rivals are top, I felt like I had to explain why. The numbers for me show it.
Yeah, let's move on because it's riling me up, and I'm just like,
get wound up.
I don't want to talk about him anymore. the so-called special one. Allow it. You want to make an appearance? I'm saying you can come in as well. Oh no, DT. He's just all right, cool. As you can hear, DT has come into the studio. All right, cool. Let's go forward. So we're going to look at
the fans 11.
11. So guys. Next phase of the live, send in your 11s or who you want to start against Leeds today, and we'll build them for you. We'll pick them apart. I know we've had some Twitter submissions.
So basically we got the poll out on Twitter where you got to vote for basically every position who you wanted to see. We counted up some of the votes in some of the tighter positions in midfield. I think a lot of people wanted to see Sabas as both a deep player or as a number 10 or whatever. And we have the results. Here is what people voted for on Twitter. So Leno in goal.
Yep.
Bellerin Saliba, who's yet to make a Premier League appearance, our centre-back with Gabriel and Tierney, and then Sabas, Partey and Willock got the call as that sort of number 10 attacking player. A lot of people did vote for Sabas as well, but Sabas was also voted to play deeper with Partey. So in fact, midfield probably looks a little bit more like this. And then Saka on the left, Aubameyang up front and Pepe on the right. So no room for Willian and Lacazette, which I can't.
I'm not angry at that. This is pretty much obviously Partey's. He's supposed to be out. We don't 100. No, he's out. It's been said that he's out. I'm trying to have wishful thinking. Partey's out, so that will probably be changed for Xhaka. But apart from that, I would be happy if we swap. Yeah, not now, but Partey for Xhaka. I'd be happy with that completely. We don't know about Willian because obviously he went to Dubai and done up Salt Bay and did lifestyle, so we don't know if he's going to be available. And we know Partey's interesting,
isn't it?
And he's out as well.
It is interesting, isn't it? Because when I'm looking, when I'm looking at the problems we have in our team, and I look at what everyone on Twitter's voted for, and we had thousands and thousands of votes, and guys, we're going to do more of these polls again, so like, check out what we'll be doing on socials and Twitter.
Yeah.
Check out AFTV VIP as well. You can build your own 11, so lots of chance to like get your opinions, get your thoughts in on that.
Plug.
But I'm looking at this. This is what fans have voted for. Like, this isn't the 11 we got today. It might be. I hope it is.
Same.
But I'm thinking that addresses like so many issues. When you're thinking about Saka, having him in his best position, having a striker who is a better finisher than Lacazette. That's not me criticising Laka. Aubameyang just is a better finisher. And having him in his best position, having a creative outlet in Willock, having 2 centre-backs, let's highlight them here, with pace. So if we want to press and be on the front foot, they can recover, they can cover that space. These are 2 really like dominant centre-backs. Their presence, I've not even seen Saliba play, but you just know he's that style of centre. Yeah, I know, you didn't even notice.
It's unlikely he's going to start. Obviously, that'll probably be Luiz, but
and you've
I would love to have Saliba in there.
You've got your dynamism in Partey, and you've got your creativity in Ceballos. Like from deep, like I'm looking at this 11, I'm like, wow, like it's really balanced. Players are in their right positions. There's kind of like sprinkles of like creativity. You can see how this 11 could go and press and be on the front foot, and like try and take the game to teams. Willock and Partey are really dynamic as well, so you do have that press in midfield. And I'm just thinking like, how do our fans on Twitter see it? But like, and I know we've been defending Arteta, we've been saying what a great job he's done, but like, I do feel like we need to start seeing this a little bit more now. We've got to see a formation that is gonna bring balance and also show that, you know, we're here to play on the front foot.
Yeah. We need Aubameyang down the middle as well. Let's build some 11s because we got loads coming in. So we got ready.
Yeah. And by the way, thanks for everyone who voted on that poll. Interesting to see. I've got to say, I'm not overly surprised by the results, but yeah. Should we build some? Should we see what fans want?
So Enu says, Enu Ma says 4-3-3, Leno in goal, Tierney, Gabriel, Luiz, Maitland-Niles.
Oh wow, okay, so all right, I'm getting there.
Tierney, Gabriel, Luiz.
And
I'm expecting Gabriel and Luiz to start, if I'm completely honest. I don't know if we don't, I think we'll be in a lot of trouble, especially as they're the most creative players. We kind of have, because they create the most passes going forward. And then Xhaka, Ceballos and Willock.
Xhaka, Ceballos and Willock. Oh, of course, because there's no Partey.
There's no Partey, yeah.
Okay.
And then Saka, Obama, Blood Clot, Yang, and Pepe. This is the comment.
All right, there we go. So, yeah, I mean, for today, I wouldn't be angry at that at all. What do you think of Maitland-Niles over Bellerin at right back? Do you think he deserves a run now? Or because Bellerin, like, for all the criticism he gets, and I think a lot of it is justified, he does, if he just makes that one burst a game and it leads to a goal, like in behind, like that's quite a valuable asset. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, he does have that in him.
I think Arteta's just going to go with Bellerin, if I'm completely honest. But
what would you do? Well, honestly, what would you have?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
See, we find it hard.
I know. I find that one difficult. I'm going to stick with Bellerin. Maitland-Niles, I feel for him, but I think Bellerin, he also creates chances as well for us. I know Maitland-Niles can do it, but I haven't seen enough of him. That may be the reason why fans are saying give him a chance, but
this is the funny thing about these two, is that Maitland-Niles is kind of like, and I'm not saying this to diss Bellerin at all, like Maitland-Niles is actually probably better in most departments.
Technically,
I think he's probably fitter, he's probably faster, he's stronger, I think he's better on the ball, but Bellerin has that one key attribute that I think Arteta sees loads of value in,
confides in,
and it is that sprint from like out to in behind, and Maitland-Niles, in fairness, everything he does really well, he actually doesn't do that all that well. Maybe it's something he can be coached to do, but yeah, it's an interesting one. So, but I'm glad. I'm glad this is why we take fans 11s, because there's variety, and you see everyone disagrees.
Exactly, and we like to pick it apart. I've got a super chat. Thank you, Gio. This is a really nice. This is the energy I need. James and Cecil always with the fresh Arsenal gear. Adidas needs to sponsor you guys. I will take Willock at AC Milan. I will take Willock at AC Milan. He will do great, just like Bielsa. Yeah.
Okay.
That went random. That went.
Is he an AC Milan fan? Maybe.
I've missed.
Maybe an AC Milan
Gio,
fan.
if you're an AC Milan fan, that's cool. Thank you for the comment.
Is it spelled G-I-O?
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be Italian then.
G-E-O.
Oh, G-E-O. Oh, I'm not sure then, maybe. Anyway.
Yeah. All right, cool. Back to fans 11s. We've got Joel J. Smith with a 3-4-3. Leno in goal.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay,
you've thrown me off here. All right, go on. Yeah. Leno.
Tierney, Gabriel, David Luiz.
Okay. I see.
AZ, Maitland-Niles and Bellerin as the wing backs.
Yeah, okay, we're going back to the FA Cup days. Yep, we've got 12 players on the pitch now. Yep.
Ceballos, Xhaka in the middle, and then Saka, Aubameyang and Pepe.
Right, there we go. Well,
what's your thoughts on a 3-4-3? I don't think he'll change. I mean, I know that's what he's kind of been playing actually. No, I don't think. He might go
the
with this.
3-4-3 is basically what we've been playing anyway.
Yeah, so he may go with this.
This wouldn't be the most surprising thing at all.
This is what he did at United, pretty much. I don't know if it's
it is. The thing was at United, we had so much of the ball that Saka ended up basically playing in midfield, and it looked like it looked like a 4-3-3 anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have we discussed it? We've got this kind of fluid formation where we basically play like 2 formations in one game. Would I be happy seeing that? I'll be honest, not really, only because we know that they're weak at the back, Leeds, and there's a real opportunity to go and expose those weaknesses. And if we're playing this back 3, Maitland-Niles, do you know what? I'm going to make a slight tweak to that. It's one thing if it's Saka playing at left wing back, because at least you've got his overlap.
Yeah.
Right? At least you've got that kind of option.
And Tierney as well. He also
Tierney,
plays high, but they both play higher. When they play this formation,
Tierney might run off the pitch apparently. But yeah, you've got that kind of option. So if it's Saka left wing back, I can kind of see where the value is. But with Maitland-Niles instead, I feel like he's coming in field too much, and you've got no real outlet down that side. So I think. Look, I'm not overly in favour. Thanks for sending it in. Yeah, I could definitely see it. It's similar to our cup formation in 11, but not for me.
I've got another super chat here with a predicted lineup. So thank you, TD Shifts.
I think this is the last one, is it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes. So it is. Well, he says it's Arteta's predicted lineup. So what he thinks Arteta will go with.
Oh right, fine. Yeah. Okay.
So Leno in goal, Bellerin, Holding, Gabriel and Tierney in a 3.
Bellerin, Holding, Gabriel, that's a 4. Yeah.
It's a 4 though, but it says in a 3. Interesting.
Okay.
Put it as a 4 for now.
Yeah.
And then in a 3. Ainsley, Maitland-Niles, Xhaka and Ceballos.
Ainsley, Maitland-Niles in midfield.
I think he means in the midfield. Yeah.
Oh no, I see what he's saying. He's saying Holding, Gabriel, Tierney, that's the 3.
Yeah.
And then Maitland-Niles and Bellerin. And then who's in midfield? Xhaka and Ceballos?
Ainsley, Maitland-Niles, Xhaka and Ceballos.
Okay, so Maitland-Niles probably left wing back if he wants a back 3 then. Okay, and his front 3?
Yep. Aubameyang, Lacazette and Willian.
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting. This is what he thinks he's going to do.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah,
okay,
sorry.
okay,
I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to pick that apart. Shifts. I was about to like.
Yeah. Let's add another 20 minutes to the show.
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to see this, but it's something.
No, I agree. I could see Arteta doing this. I actually don't think he will, but I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'd be annoyed because I don't believe Willian deserves or Lacazette to be starting. I feel like Aubameyang should be down the middle.
We've not forgot this Villa game, have we?
No, I know. It's been the whole international break. I've just been thinking, come on now.
Yeah.
And the players that went away seem to be on incredible form.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Saka should be playing. The thing I want to say to you guys as well is obviously we've got. So Willian went to Dubai, so we don't know if he has to quarantine yet. We don't know if he's confirmed. We've also got Partey out due to injury. El Nenny's out because he's got coronavirus.
Kolasinac as well.
Kolasinac as well. And then we've also got Saka, who played the most minutes for England, so we don't know if he needs to be rested. So there's a lot of potential of players that we may not see today due to all these reasons. So please keep that in mind when you see the starting 11 get released and we're live discussing it then.
Yeah.
I think
look, it's been fun.
It has been. Listen, it's been fun. We're back in the studio. Thank God. We've got the big budget. We've got the tactical pad. We've got the TV. Robbie's blessing us. Before we close, I don't know, is anything?
No, that's it from me, man. I mean, thanks for voting the polls. We're going to do more of those on Twitter, so look out for them. We're always here building your 11s before every game, and and just. If you guys haven't yet, if you're just tuning in late, go back to the beginning of the show where we sort of break down Arteta's numbers as a manager, and I think I was really keen to get that in as like the main part of our show today, because it's so important that we just don't overdo it and don't panic. So things are looking better than we think.
Exactly. So thank you for watching, and if you feel down and you feel like you're worried about us losing against Leeds, go back to 2012 when Pierre-Emerick came on and scored. It was the best moment ever. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the Starting 11 live, which is coming up after this, then the watch along, and then our fan cams. Thank you for watching. Take care. We out.